Hello, everyone. I was not sure if I was going to be able to make this live stream. I had plans on doing it over an hour ago, but I came in. I decided I need to take some time and go to the gym and get myself back in shape. I have lost a lot of weight. I will lose a lot of weight, but I have gained a lot of weight. And so I just want to make sure I took care of that first and foremost. Let's dive into this, right? You can't, hide away from it. You can't run away. It is what it is. The biggest wow wipe out in cryptocurrency in one day. So you all come in, hit that like and share button. Let's get right to the point. Let's get right to the point of discussion. I did purchase some dips, but I know some people may have been disgruntled maybe or discouraged to buy some dips. When you look at your portfolio and it shows that you are thousands and thousands now, that can be a little discouraging. But let me say this, people, and I saw this from Robert Kiyosaki. I saw this quote from Robert Kiyosaki. I'm going to share it with you to encourage you. Is that this is the part that you get rich. May the 11th on all days. Never did I expect that the 11th, but I have been breaking down gematria for you all. I'm telling you all what the 1111 means. It means to destroy and destruct and to tear down, as in the Twin Towers. And at the same time, simultaneously, it's a wealth transfer. So I want you to be encouraged. I know it's so many bloods in the streets, but this is the time to stay focused. Most people are not successful because they have broken focus. So I want you all to be focused and now to take your cash flow, take that extra income that you should be having coming in, right? Because one source of income is dangerous to your wealth. Hello, Dr. Forms, my business partner. We have a wonderful business in a wonderful way. We offer wonderful services for wonderful pay. So he's my business partner in the work from home opportunity. So you can earn passive and residual income. And I want to share this post with you all. Also, um, I just came from the gym, so I've been sweating. I've been sitting in the sauna. Matt Muse says, "Queen, I got crypto on Coinbase and crypto.com. Should I jump ship with Coinbase if they're going busted?" Matt, I did. I did that today as well, right? This is chess and it's not checkers. I definitely took my money off of Coinbase. I put it in a more secure exchange. And then also I'm going to set that up in my backup wallet. So make sure too that you all have that news. Let me see if I can pull that up on Coinbase. Basically saying that if they go bankrupt, they're not saying that they will, but we know that Coinbase is nothing but an extended bank, right? It is an extended bank, and it is not um, decentralized like Bitcoin is, right? It is very much centralized. And so, with that being said, meaning that it is third party control, like your banks can freeze your money and your funds for any time or doing any time. If your money is in the bank and they are in this process of a bank run, and large amounts of people are taking their money out of the banks can definitely freeze your funds as well. So Coinbase is nothing more than that same type of platform that is definitely a centralized platform, meaning that you have no control over it and that your assets in cryptocurrency, right, can definitely be taken out. So the news on Coinbase, Matt, I thought you told me you put it in crypto.com. I thought you told me that you put it in the crypto.com exchange. I will tell you all about the crypto.com exchange. However, it does take having, is not, in my opinion, very user friendly. I'm wiping this out my mic. I'm wiping this off. Give me a second, you all. Shout out to my Frank guy, this is my Mother's Day gift. I told you I just got out the sauna. Let me change screen real quick. And he got me a Versace robe to live stream in. Also got me the Kevin Samuels floating sticks. So he studies YouTubers in order to, give me what the YouTube, I guess, trend is. And so I definitely use. I just got out the sauna, and it feels really, really good. So thank you, thank you. My king, for this very, very lovely Mother's Day gift. I did not live stream yesterday. I just was not in the mood for live stream. I needed some rest. So thank you, thank you, thank you, my king. I'm going to share this with him and let him know I did wear it on tonight's live stream. So with that being said, Coinbase CFO says bankruptcy note was about regulation, not sovereignty. So, with that being said, she acknowledges the company could have done a better job communicating the reason for the disclosure, um, showing up that they are a risk factor. So, on Wednesday, they detail what will happen to your assets if the company were to go bankrupt. And pretty much they say if they were to go bankrupt, right? Um, this is why you all need to have that on a backup wallet. And I have the number on the screen for you all to text so you can get in the private Facebook group and crypto education program that I am a part of, so that you know how to back up your assets on your own ledger. You know the I guess risk factors involved with these exchanges as well. And so these are things that you should definitely be aware of. When I heard the news, actually it was a long time ago. I was supposed to, I kept saying that I was going to go ahead and move everything out for Coinbase, but there are some more user-friendly exchanges that you can use other than Coinbase. But I definitely recommend that you get your security. You always back up your cryptocurrencies in the event that any of these exchanges go through some type of issues, or they freeze, or you just can't log in. Coinbase is one of those exchanges that whenever there's high volume of cryptocurrency going around, that people always find problems of um, getting their cashing out on the exchange. It always freezes up. So Coinbase has always been an issue, especially when it's high volume, that is known to crash. And with this news being said, I definitely will move it to that exchange. Now, Matt, if you move it to crypto.com, you can watch some videos on YouTube to help you if you don't want to invest in the education of how to move your cryptocurrency into your bank account with crypto.com, because it's not as user friendly as Coinbase is. And so yes, there's a lot of other safer exchanges um, that you can have your assets in other than Coinbase. A lot of other safer exchanges for sure. So exactly how much of cryptocurrency was wiped out yesterday? People, money is never lost. It is simply transferred. So more than 200 billion wiped out for crypto market. 200 billion in one day. So I want to remind you all that money is never lost. It is never lost. It is simply transferred, right? Money is never lost. It is simply transferred. And so, with that being said, the only time you can lose in this market is, number one, again, your assets are being taken away or frozen from exchanges. And we talked about the situation of Coinbase maybe going bankruptcy, right? Or if you sell. So you can only lose if you actually sell. Now, if you've been following cryptocurrency, you know about the news of the big crash, Terra Luna, basically losing 100% of all this crypto. I was not affected by Terra Luna. Um, I didn't have any investments in that. It was supposed to be a stable coin, but it's not backed by anything. Um, so which did not make it stable. So with that being said, a massive sell off of cryptocurrencies on the 11th. Remind you, May the 11th, wiped off over $200 billion of wealth in the market in just 24 hours. So with that being said, although some cryptocurrency, let me make that disclaimer, is the new currency system, right? You have to realize and understand, however, that it is very volatile. And this is just a move to get the government, in my opinion, to move towards what they want to move towards anyway, which is regulation, right? They want to regulate their cryptocurrency. And so, with that being said, right, regulating cryptocurrency right now is definitely this move is definitely going to bring in regulation and then bring in the movement of central banks digital currency, the CBDCs. Again, on the 11th, right? The sign of warning, destruction is coming. And oftentimes, as if 9/11, you always see the destruction in the form of bringing some type of financial or monetary shift into the economy like 9/11 did. So 200 billion, again, it is just a paper loss, right? Look at it that way. If it's a big difference between gambling and investing. And so if you're in cryptocurrency as an investor, you understand that you are in this for the long haul. You are in this for the long term, right? If you're going to do a meme coin like a Doge coin or a Shiba Inu, just realize that doing those cryptos, Dogecoin or Shiba Inus, they're going to come with a certain amount of risk. But if you want to play this rich and wealthy game, right, play it the way that it is intended to be played. Robert Kiyosaki said it this way: Bitcoin crashing, the rich and wealthy says, hey, that is great news. So you have to have the mindset of how the rich and wealthy, right, did it. You have to have that mindset of how the rich and wealthy do it. So he says Bitcoin crashing. That's great news. As stated in previous tweets, I am waiting for Bitcoin to crash to 20K. So he said he's looking for the 20K. And will when that wait for the test of the bottom, which might be 17K. Once I know that the bottom is in, I back up the truck. Crashes are the best time to get rich. So with this news, people, and again, crashes are the best time to get rich. If you're looking to invest in Bitcoin, Robert Kiyosaki has predicted a 20K Bitcoin. You know, right now, stacking cash, improving your cash flow. I have that number on the screen if you need more cash flow, because a lot of people, without honesty, do not have it, the cash flow to invest. They don't have the cash flow to invest. Inflation, which is the, you know, the increasing of our everyday prices. We're seeing right now, Florida record gas prices are soaring right now in Florida. Never, never in history have seen these record high gas prices. The U.S. average, you see the double 44 warning, is $4.41 right now. Right. So with inflation, and guess what? It's not going anywhere. A lot of people says that, I'm going to talk against a recession. I'm not going to claim a recession. People, recession is already here. Recession is already here. Right? I need you to wake up, like John 11:11 says about Lazarus, to wake up. And I need you to wake up and realize that a recession is already here. It is not something that, you're saying that I'm just going to have a positive to believe. It's nothing wrong with believing positive, having a positive belief system, as long as you are preparing at the same time. Because if you're thinking positive, That's inclusive of preparing. You cannot have positive thinking and be and have no action to back that up. Faith without works are dead, as the Bible says. Show me a man that has faith, right? Show me a man that has faith, or show me a man with works and combine it with faith, and then show me a man that has no faith and no works, or that has faith and has no works. And I'll show you someone that's set for failure. See, people, listen. Poor people live paycheck to paycheck, right? Poor people live paycheck to paycheck. Rich people live year to year. Rich people live year to year, but wealthy people, people that thinks in terms of wealth, live and they pass on generation to generation. They pass on this wealth generation to generation. And so everyone should be thinking a generational transfer mentality. When you're thinking along those terms, what you do is you position yourself to increase your cash flow. Use the income that you are making for your lifestyle to keep up with your gas and with your groceries, right? You use that income as that source for that. But you should be building businesses, and particularly work from home businesses, right? Particularly work from home businesses. So, in order that you can now take that money and extra cash flow to invest, because people, if you are not investing, you do not have a wealth plan. Let me say that again. If you are not investing, you do not have a wealth plan. If you are not investing, you are not planning on being wealthy. So let me show you, in the midst of this $200 billion transfer of wealth. Hello, Lisa. Thanks for saying hello and tuning in. Let me show you what is in the midst of this red bottom market that is being positive right now. All right, you got crypto bubbles. That's the website I'm using. ApeCoin, I told you all about ApeCoin last month. I did buy some more yesterday, and ApeCoin is in the green at 31%. Maker is doing well at 29%, but Maker is about, I think, at $1,800 now. Terra Luna taking its biggest dip, so at 99%, almost a zero wipeout. And then you have other altcoins and cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is slowly getting back into the green as well. And so, with that being said, my main investment was in Ape. Again, I was not in Terra Luna, but Terra Luna was definitely the talk, especially all over Twitter about, I forgot this rapper's name, but in fact, he said he invested millions in Terra Luna, and now his portfolio on that is at $1,000. $1,000. So let me see if I can pull that up for you. $200 billion. So ApeCoin, and this again, this is not financial advice. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just telling you what I did. You make decisions based off your own research, right? So according to Peter Schiff, he has something to say about it. Let's get Peter Schiff's opinion on Terra Luna. He says Terra Luna provides a perfect example of why you shouldn't always buy the dip. Yesterday, Luna was down 98%. If you bought that dip thinking the crash created a great buying opportunity, you lost 99.3% today. This can happen in any crypto. He says it's time to drop Bitcoin and buy gold. Now, let me tell you why I don't really agree wholeheartedly with Peter Schiff on this topic is because Peter Schiff does not sell physical gold. He sells gold ETF, which means if you go through Peter Schiff and his company, they have the physical gold, you have the ETF gold, so you don't have the physical possession of gold. And I believe when it comes to investing in gold and silver, you should find your storage, just like you should store your cryptocurrency on a backup ledger, not your keys, not your wallet. That's different than having it on an exchange, right? So definitely have possession of your assets. I don't like the ETF assets. When it comes to gold and silver, I like the physical gold and silver and for it to be definitely in that possession. Now, with that being said, even though Terra Luna is not backed by anything, right? And even though it has, dropped to 99%, people have lost millions. I did put a small amount in Terra Luna. Again, this was my opinion, and it definitely was something. It was a very small amount that I did not mind losing, which was like $250. It's not backed by anything. It's definitely like a Ponzi scheme. However, let me tell you or show you why. However, I did by Terra Luna. And the only reason why, it is my own reason. And if I lose the $250, I would be definitely fine with that. Hello, Red Star 7311. Hello. Rome says get more ISO 222 coins. I definitely agree with that. But I don't think we're going to see Bitcoin be like a Terra Luna, right? I don't think we're going to see that. And again, I usually don't even share this information publicly, so I'm not sharing this for you all to do what I did, because there are definitely some more, stable coins, more coins that offer more stability. But I did just take a jab at Terra Luna, and I'm going to show you the reason why, just because of my own reason and my own belief system. And, whatever happens to it, it happens. Whatever happens, it happens, right? And I'm good with that. But one thing I do know, and I'm going to share my screen with you all with that, is, and actually all the ISO 200 cryptos are crashed as well. Everything is in the red. It was nothing that was, exempt today. But, I looked up at the gematria decoding a false reality of Terra Luna, and I saw the 1111 code. And I was just, I guess, like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to put $250 in. I saw the 7 and 11. And I went with it. I put 250 in. I did. I put $250 in. I looked at the gematria again. Definitely not giving you that financial advice. But according to, how I do cryptocurrencies, that's what I did. And we're having the lunar eclipse on May 16th, the lunar eclipse. And I saw Terra Luna, and I seen the Luna and the moon energy. And I also saw the 11/7 in lunar eclipse. And I see the 9999, which is the highest spiritual number that there is. A woman carries a child for 9 months, and it means the completions. And yes, Allison, that's really the mindset you got to have. Um, but as I've always said, most people don't have the additional cash flow because they don't have a strategy or a plan against inflation. They don't have a strategy or a plan against inflation. And so they don't have the extra cash flow to even invest. And this is definitely why, I highly suggest to people that you get you a cash flowing home based business, a cash flowing home based business. So the lunar eclipse is scheduled to take place on May 16th. It's bringing that moon energy in. And I do believe by May 16th, we're going to see a definitely bull type energy in the cryptocurrency market. Definitely going to see a bullish type energy in the cryptocurrency market. And it's still blood in the streets. So we're not far off from, the 20K that Robert Kiyosaki is predicting. But Bitcoin is, at 29,000. Ethereum finally reached that $2,000 mark. It had was at 1,900. But I definitely believe, according to my gematria, you got BNB is in the red as well. I mean green. I'm sorry. Some other things that I bought the dip in that's more stable, besides my Ape coin, which is not an ISO 200 coin, but I bought it anyway. Ape coin was up like 48% on the day. So I invested in it anyway. I got Ape coin on yesterday. And let's see. Drip, I don't know what this coin is, right? I don't know. Did not get in. Um, and I don't try to get everything. I don't try to get everything. I get the sound ones, and I definitely get the cryptocurrencies. Not only ISO 222, I also get the coins that are. I can't even. I got a brain freeze. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna say it's simple because I can't think of the crypto terminology for it that you can take out a loan against, right? So you have the decentralized coins, you have the centralized coins, and you have those cryptocurrencies that you can leverage and take out advanced loans against. And I definitely put those in my portfolio as well. So I take those coins, right? Flow is one that's going to be used on the Instagram network. So you have a lot of cryptos that's pennies on the dollars right now. That's going to be used on Instagram along with Matic, Polymatic. Instagram is going to bring in NFTs. ADA is just woo, oh, 50 cents. 50 cents on ADA. Definitely, I definitely, have some paper losses showing there. But these are the utilities that I look at whenever I'm investing in a cryptocurrency, right? So with that being said, people, inflation is here. They're saying I don't know what that coin is. I just saw it in green. It's not that many in green, Sean. So just because I highlight or click on something, I'm not saying to get into that. Please don't think that. I just want to look at it because it was one of the rare ones that was in the green, that I can say. Nevada right now is facing a water shortage due to drought levels at their Colorado River basin. Are any of you all experiencing any increases not only in your gas and your groceries, as they're saying, baby formula is out, but also in your utility bills? Are you seeing an increase in your utility bills? Also, they're paying $8 a gallon right now for diesel in California. Um, $8 a gallon right now for diesel in California. So you watch what's going on in California to see, in New York, right? And okay, Sean, thank you. New to my channel. Thank you for being new to the channel, Sean. I don't do a lot of TA when it comes to cryptocurrency. I look at cryptocurrency from a gematria uh, perspective, right? So I'm that gematria cryptocurrency type person. I'm not like big boy crypto and with the TA technical analysis and et cetera, et cetera. So you're going to find cryptocurrency from a different perspective on my channel. So thank you for tuning in. And I don't just cover cryptocurrency. I cover cash flow, credit repair as well, and the spiritual side of money. Not the religious side, but the spiritual side. So welcome to the channel. So the Biden administration has canceled drilling in Alaska and the Gulf of Mexico. Uh, lease sales and Alaska's and they're blaming President Biden's energy policies for the high gas prices. I can't find a gas pump right now that doesn't have a message that says Biden did it. So it was news that the Biden administration will open up some more drilling on federal land, but now they're saying that he's counseling on the Gulf of Mexico and Alaska. So we're seeing record high gas prices at a level that we've never seen it before. Ever seen it before. So let me tell you right now about cash flow. Uh, John says everything high is in Denver. John, you asked me about a crypto. I have not looked at or seen that cryptocurrency, so I don't know anything about it. I tell people which cryptos that I really get into this by intuition or my gematria. That's why I'm being transparent about it. So I want you all to do your own research and due diligence about it, because some of this, right, is just strictly on gematria, but a lot of my crypto picks are really on research and reading and knowing which cryptocurrencies are going to have real utility and use cases. Because this is the thing, people. This is not cryptocurrency is not going anywhere, but only 1,000 out of maybe 99% of them, when regulation comes, are going to be wiped away. So you have to have your core value cryptocurrencies, right? You have to have your core value cryptocurrencies. Now, with that being said, I'm trying to see. It's another crypto. I cannot think of the name of. Ravencoin. I talked about Ravencoin some months ago. This was last year. I haven't really talked about Ravencoin that much this year at all, but I like Ravencoin because it has a halving. It has a limited supply. It has a maximum supply, and it has halving. Operates just like Bitcoin. So it's one of the rare ones that's in the green today. So Ravencoin is in my portfolio. Haven't looked at it in a while. I think I got it on Binance, right? That was just one of the ones I just let it sit. But I love Ravencoin because it's available for Windows, like Web3 cryptos, right? Mac, Linux, mobile platforms, and so it's like a Web3 cryptocurrency that I really liked and got into, and I like the halving and the supply and demand that it's doing. So not a whole lot of hype about Ravencoin. It's just sitting there, and I'll just wait on the halvings to happen. But it's one of the rare ones that's in the green today as well that I do have in my portfolio. Again, I don't try to chase all of them. Like this crypto is up 9%. Helium. I've heard about Helium, but it's not one I personally have in my portfolio. But it is a wireless Internet of Things devices and network nodes and hotspots and mining devices and wireless and things like that. Proof of coverage algorithm. So Helium is still in the green today. And I don't think you'll be doing anything wrong if you had that in your portfolio, but it's at $9. So it's not one of my top cryptos, but you definitely can see the use cases that will go on there. This crypto is up 24%. I haven't looked at it, So not everything is in the red, right? We all know that cryptocurrency move with the stock market, and Flow is another crypto that's going to be on used through Instagram, and this is saying that it closely relates to Flow. So a lot of these cryptos is going to be more, um, regulations coming down, and a lot of these that's doing maybe the same things. The larger cryptos are definitely going to take over and probably combine some of the services where we're not having so many cryptos in the crypto market. Near protocol, I did buy near last week and it's down 1%, but I really did like near protocol. There's not something I really said publicly, but I did like that because of the network of computers that it has, and it's a decentralized, user friendly. And you know I like the research that I did with near, and the dApps and low gas fees and all that that near had to offer. So I'm down 1% on that. um so again, Terra has no stability. It's supposed to be a stable coin, but Terra has no stability. It's pretty much as a Ponzi scheme. But I put $250 just for the gematria. Definitely not telling you to do that, but sometimes I just go live and let you all know what I'm doing and why. Now, this last crypto that I want to bring to you all is GMT. GMT is doing really good today, right? Let me share my screen. With GMT, it's up 92%, and it's just a really good cryptocurrency under a dollar. Definitely adding this to my watch list. So, it could have been tokens like this that I wait till it got in the dip and decided to get more of, or more ape coin. But, I'm not gambling with Terra. But when I saw the 111177 code, I have to follow my numbers and my intuition. And I did what I did. And hey, if I made a wrong decision by $250, and Terra Luna, I will let you all know. Now, would I advise anyone to do that? I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I can live with that if I'm at a loss. So now you have Zcash up 5%. That's a privacy coin. But you can definitely find some of these low market cryptocurrencies that's still doing red, that's under a dollar, that you can get in to be a part of this wealth transfer. Because people, again, if you're not investing, you don't have a plan to be wealthy. Hello, Michelle LeDuc. I love saying that name, right? Hello, Miss LeDuc. And so now I'm going to flip the script real quick. I'm almost at the 40-minute mark. And I'm going to show you real quick what your number one asset is to get cash flow in this recession, right? How to get cash flow in this recession. What do I think is the number one asset that anybody can have? And that is simply a home-based business. It's your number one asset. A home-based business, not a brick and mortar business, but the home-based business that creates cash flow and helps you implement these strategies for you. So these are real inexpensive prices, right? But let's look at if you had a mortgage at $1,000, or you are renting at $1,000, right? You have a mortgage at $1,000. You're renting at $1,000. People at $200 a month. I can't type that in for some reason. Okay, I can write it in. It's not going to be pretty. But at $200 a month, people, this brings you $2,400 back in tax deductions a year. So let me do it that way. Let me try to do it on yellow, right? Utilities, and these are very, very moderate numbers that I'm using, but I want to make a visual. You all probably can see better with the blue. If your utilities at 20%, right, at $100 a month of your 20% by utilizing the money you're already making, your income, and adding it to the home-based business. That's why I have the word cash flow on the screen. That's $1,200 of tax deductions that you'll have coming back to you to reduce your taxable income. Now, why is this important, you all? Because this is money that you are spending anyway. This is money that you are spending anyway. So cell phone bill, right? If it's 100% tax write-off, that's $100 of money that you have going out to you that you can shift back in, coming back to you. $1,200 deductions a year. Your business mileage at 56 cents a mile, and my God, with gas prices the price that they are now, who doesn't need either your gas mileage, you can't have both, right? Or your mileage, a portion of that, 10,000 miles, tax deductible. If you go out to eat and your entertainment, and you use some of that meals and entertainment as a way to introduce your friends or your family over a meal that you was going to eat anyway, get some of that. See, the first part of getting wealthy is getting back the money that you're spending out. This is called phantom money. The money that your household is able to keep. Again, the money that your household is able to keep. Internet, instead of having a brick and mortar business, right? Internet, and this is very inexpensive. Again, these are moderate numbers. At $50 a month, 100% write-off, because that's what you get when you add the bills you're already paying to this home-based business. This is the amount that you get back to you once you add the home-based business to it. That's $600. So this is $12,000 in tax deductions. So federal tax you at 24% on the money you make. And some states come in and add an additional 6%. And so when you add the home-based business, if you're a person that has a paycheck, right, we call this W-4 wealth, it reduces the federal taxes out of your paycheck. And now you take that money, you shift it to invest. And this is where I help people find the money to become investors. Because again, if you're not investing, you don't have a plan to get wealthy. See, poor people live paycheck to paycheck. Rich people live year to year. But wealthy people, wealth and money pass on generationally and generationally. So you save yourself $12,000 in tax deductions from that income. So for example, if you had $100,000 income, now your 100K income, only 88,000 of that is tax deductible. Most people cannot get wealthy because they're overpaying in taxes. You cannot get wealthy. This is a cash flow plan where money that's flowing away from you flows back to you. Again, this is called phantom money, the money you keep in your household. So let's say you get in this home-based business and you begin to earn at moderate, right? I'm going to give you a very moderate number again, $2,400 a year, let's say $200 a month. I really want to make it more than $200 a month because you're going to save that much if you have a paycheck from what you're spending in taxes. But let's just say I'm going to give it $600 a month. I'm going to take away the $200. $600 a month, that's $5 a day. So $600 a month, and then we're going to we're going to multiply times 12 months. Now you don't have to have people that's concerned that flip cryptocurrency or, right, that have high crypto tax bill. This is a way to offset your tax bill if you trade in cryptocurrency as well. That's $7,200 a year in business income. But you know what's the difference? Business income is taxed less and last. That means you get a 1099 at the end of the year from this home-based business. You're taxed less on that money because business income is taxed less than job income. Your job income, or if you're a small business owner, you're taxed up front. Now, the reason why I say if you're a small business owner, you're taxed up front, because if you have employees, you have to pay Social Security and Medicare taxes as well. So you're double taxed. So people, until you learn how to make the phantom money, the money your household is keeping, this is money you can be freeing up to invest. And then the money that you're investing on or in is taxed at 0%. That's called the cash flow quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. So until you learn these principles, you're not really serious about getting wealthy. You are just investing. You're knowledgeable about cryptocurrency, but you're not knowledgeable about the tax and money game. And taxes is what keep people from really being wealthy and having financial freedom. Because again, the more money you take, the more that the government, or the more money you make, I'm sorry, the more that the government takes from you. And until you learn the tax game, until you learn how to get in the bracket where you don't have um, finite income or limited income, to with a home-based business, you set your threshold of how much money you want to make, right? You said no one sets that for you. No one can tell you, you're maxing out. No one can tell you, hey, this is as much as we can pay you. You don't have to ask a boss or anyone for a pay raise. You wake up and you decide, okay, how many hours, how much work do I want to put in? How many people do I need to share this with in order to get my passive and residual income opportunity? So you own a system. You be a part of teamwork. You have unlimited income. And this is where 95% of the wealth is, people. And I told you all, money is never lost. It's simply transferred. But only 5% of the people work on this side of the cash flow quadrant. On the right side, see, this is where you get limited income and individual effort. And it only has 5% of the people that earn their money this way. It's only 5% of the wealth. So this is not um, rocket science. It's just financial education that people have not been taught. And they think that if I can just get this cryptocurrency, but see, you have to have an exit plan. You have to begin with the end in mind. You cannot be thinking in terms of how much money I'm going to make. The money is going to be here in crypto. You have to be thinking in terms of how much of this money, once I become a multimillionaire, will I keep from taxes? Ryan says, well, the government is about to stop the stuff real quick. I don't, what do you mean, stop the stuff real quick, Ryan? And so that's all I have to share with you. So if you want a crypto education, then you can text that number on the screen, crypto U, to 331-444-5556. If that's all you want to know is more cryptocurrency, how to store your ledgers, your backup wallet. Um, they also give alerts of what's called moon coins. Those are coins that are really pump and dump coins. If you want to be in a private Facebook group in the crypto curriculum, then you text that 331 number. But if you want to know how to have the cash flow and to leverage your credit, it also comes with the credit repair component as well, right? You should, to me, is you're going against the grain if you're investing with bad credit, because you have high interest rate that you're paying out to the banks. right? And so you want to also save money on the interest that you're making or you paying out while you hold your cryptocurrency on the interest that you're obtaining in this compound interest. But you don't want to be giving compound interest because you have bad credit to the banks when you can simply fix your credit. The thing about credit is it can be fixed. You shouldn't be living with bad credit because 99% of that credit is reported on your credit report inaccurately anyway. Even if it's true, how it's reported is wrong. Many people will not head down the street until all the lights are green. They're waiting for everything to line up. Well, let me get this fixed, Queen. Listen, just do it now because this is why most people don't go anywhere. You're waiting and waiting and waiting. You can never time the market when it comes to cryptocurrencies. These moments and volatiles are going to come, especially with something that has to get more regulation. But when regulation comes in 2023, you're going to be glad that you invested in crypto but most of all invested in yourself. In my opinion, the reason why most people stop and turn back from their dreams is because it's this tiny person found inside of them that's more powerful than our bigger person or your bigger person. This tiny voice of doubt instead of listening to the inner voice and the inner person in you, right? Um, and so with that being said, if you want the complete plan of action, then take action. If you want the complete plan of action, take action. Crypto, credit, and cash flow is going to make people multimillionaires. And I always put Christ in. Know the inner working. People, money is spiritual, but it's material as well. You can't just teach me the spiritual part about money. You can't just teach me about tithing and sowing and giving, and you don't want to teach me material things because that's incomplete. And the Bible says that a house divided against itself will not stand. And when you're incomplete and you're just trying to do one side of money, which is the spiritual side, that's a house divided against itself. It will not stand. And so, but if you're just trying to do the material side and you're not trying to do the spiritual side of money, right? That's a house divided against itself. It will not stand. And most people want to know, well, why am I'm giving and I'm still broke? And I had this conversation on the phone with the man of God. And I said, don't people read the Bible? We have exactly 111 people in. I said, don't people read the Bible? In 2 Kings chapter 4, the widow woman says, she told Elijah that your servant, my husband, is dead. And he served you faithfully. And guess what? He died with the family in debt. He died broke. So you can say you work for God. You can say I serve God, and you can die broke. Or you can get filthy rich. I mean, she said that to Elijah, right? You can get filthy rich, and you can be spiritually poor, and you'll find out quickly that just making more money is not enough. And not only did the widow woman says my husband serves the Lord. As a matter of fact, she told Elijah, I think I said Elijah, she said your that you know that your servant, so he served Elijah, a great man of God, and he feared the Lord. But guess what? He was still broke. And the crowd just comes to take away my sons to be his slaves. So Elijah said, well, what shall I do for you? This is a whole nother lesson. I'm going to give you all 10 minutes of spiritual. I hope you all are fine with that because I started with the material part and I'm going to end. And I told you what action steps to take. And I'm going to end this with the spiritual part. When you really find someone that's going to deliver you financially, they ask you qualifying questions. They just don't leave you hanging and say, hey, give me your money. Give me your tithes. Give me your offering. When you find someone that asks you a qualified, when they're delivering you financially in the spirit realm, they ask you qualifying questions. Notice the prophet said, what shall I do for you? He did not first lead the widow woman and said, this is what you need to do for me. He didn't say you need to give me an offering. You need to give me a tithe. You need to do this. The first question was, what shall I do for you? The second question is, what do you have in your house? This is why I tell you all, your biggest connection to wealth is this home-based business. And it's inexpensive. If you're not investing, you are not serious about becoming rich and wealthy. How can I utilize what's in your house? Did you know, for example, that one room and wherever you live doesn't even have to be a house. It could be a townhouse, an apartment, a condo. Could bring you back $400 a month in a home-based business office that you file back and you get that money back in taxes at the end of the year. That your dollar does not have to be eaten by inflation. If you had the home-based business, you get some of that money back when you file taxes that we're spending in record number gas prices. You can position yourself to get some of that money back. And she said, May I have nothing but a jar of oil. She thought that wasn't enough. But when you tap into the supernatural, whatever you can give to a person is more than enough for multiplication. But once you multiply that money, you have to learn how to manage it. See, knowledge is making money. Anybody can get a job. In most cases, they don't have some type of disability, right? They can make money with knowledge. With understanding, they can keep money. If you don't have understanding, you'll always be broke. Ryan, there's no problem. We work with 5.7 credit scores, 580, right? If your credit score was where it needs to be, then you wouldn't be you have no need to listen to me. So with understanding, you keep money, but it is with wisdom of both what goes on in the material world and the spiritual world that you grow money. Glad you all coming in. I said I was going to take a little time to discuss the spiritual, as I always do in most cases, because the Bible has more scriptures, over 800 scriptures about money than it does prayer and salvation. So that's the number one book, in my opinion, or resource to teach you all how to be rich and wealthy. So many rich and wealthy people in the Bible. So why are Christians poor? You have King Solomon, you have Abraham, you have Lydia, the seller, the female purple linen. You have Aquila and Priscilla. You have Paul that had his own tent business. You have Peter that had his own boating business. You have so many rich and wealthy people in the Bible. So why are you a Christian and you telling me you're broke? Because you don't have the knowledge in the material world. Faith without works are dead. Text those numbers on the screen. If you're serious, hit that like and share button. So glad to have this conversation with you all. We'll keep an update on Terra Luna. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscription button. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you become better. Make sure you're blessed. Blessed means empowered to prosper. And make sure that you are banking, because being broke is not in your birthright. You have a birthright of abundance. God said, I come that you might have life and have it more abundance. Abundance is in your birthright. Queen out.